Alright guys, if you've ever fantasized about being a medieval ruler, walking the muddy paths of your village, inspecting its farms and smithies, chatting with commoners, and deciding where to place the next tavern, something like a newer and better medieval dynasty, then Noble Legacy might just be your kind of game. Developed by a small, dedicated team with a love for the genre, it's a third-person medieval city builder that aims to put you right in the boots of your character. And while it's still very much in early access, and I'll touch on some of those rougher edges I encountered, there's already a promising framework here that is playable in demo right now. So in this sponsored video, by the way, just to make that clear, I'll be walking you through what the game is, how it plays, my thoughts on what it gets right and what needs work, of course, and whether this might be one to keep an eye on as development progresses. Noble Legacy is a grounded, immersive kingdom management sim that blends narrative storytelling, deep building systems, and villager AI in a fully explorable 3D world. You and your character return from the Holy Land to claim your inheritance, Greenwood, a once proud land now fallen into decay. Unlike traditional city builders, most of the time you are walking through your streets, placing beams, collecting resources, talking to villagers. Everything is built from the ground up, literally by your hands. Walls, doors, floors, even the torch by your bed. It's all part of your design. There are two main modes of play at the moment, a narrative campaign and a sandbox experience. In the campaign, you slowly uncover the history of your land while taking on quests, many of which introduce mechanics piece by piece, like restoring key structures, recruiting villagers, or managing a local event. At the moment, these quests are often light, but they do help to build a sense of place and time. There's even some choice-based storytelling, where events like a drunken monk stumbling into town happen. You decide whether to intervene, delegate, or just leave things to fate. In that way, it kind of reminds me of Kingdom Come Deliverance as well. In sandbox mode, the focus shifts more to the builder's fantasy, you designing the village in your vision from the ground up with a mix of freeform and prefab building tools. Want to design every door and window? Go for it. Want to plop down a pre-made tavern? That's an option too. As your town grows, so does its complexity. Villagers have distinct needs, preferences, and ambitions. Some are better at certain jobs, some demand nicer homes, and some will simply refuse to work if their basic needs like food, furniture, or fun aren't met. And behind this immersive third-person exploration is a surprisingly deep economic sim. You have to manage job roles, supply chains, production lines, assign someone to the market stall to sell goods, but make sure the warehouse is stocked, the woodcutter is working, and there's a cook to prepare meals. There's even a basic resource hierarchy. Raw materials feed into crafted goods, which feed into buildings and services, and as seasons pass, you'll also contend with harsher weather, illness, and the occasional wandering bandit, adding pressure to your management system. Another key area is villager recruitment. Not all NPCs are created equal. Some have better traits, better efficiency, and even quirks that influence their morale. Keeping morale high isn't just about survival either. It boosts productivity, loyalty, and unlocks new development paths. Villagers even level up and can be equipped with better tools or gear, giving a soft RPG layer to your town's workforce. And of course, you can switch between the third-person view and a more kind of traditional top-down perspective that gives you flexibility whether you're placing a building or admiring your settlement from the street. And while the combat side of things is minimal for now, there is a clear sense that the devs are laying the groundwork for more complexity in this area down the line. To me, there is a certain charm to Noble Legacy in my time that I've been playing with it that's really easy to admire. The visuals are lovely in places, sunbeams through trees, cozy interiors, dynamic weather, but the game still clearly has early access roughness. Rain and thunderstorms are atmospheric, but short-lived, and the day-night cycle feels a little bit disconnected at the moment from gameplay. Facial animations are a little bit stiff, NPCs can look a little uncanny at times. During my recording session, I also experienced a few crashes, but like I said, all of these issues are understandable and expected for a game still in deep development and with an early access build. For what's already here, it's quite impressive and reminds me a lot of the other classic medieval town builders like Medieval Dynasty or even bits of Manor Lords. To me, where Noble Legacy shines the most at the moment is building. Prefabs are a great time saver, and the Codex makes building function based structures like markets or temples fairly intuitive. Rotating objects and precise placement can still feel a little bit clunky and slow, but in time, those controls I'm sure will tighten up as well. I also just want to mention that there is an advisor who introduces you at the beginning of the game. He has great presence, charismatic, natural, and fits the tone of the game really well. In fact, I'd love to see him become the lead VO in the final version, but a full voice pass-by release will definitely elevate the experience, especially if it's got the same quality as this advisor. The devs have stated this is the plan, so fingers crossed rather than using AI to do actually get real VO into the game. My favorite part so far is how easy the systems are to learn. The research and building trees are intuitive. You don't need a wiki open to understand what's going on, which helps make it accessible. I'd love to see more meaningful unlocks that tie into expanding your city, maybe new styles of housing, decorative sets, or stone architecture. In fact, that's one big missing element right now, more stone buildings. Too many medieval sims stop at wooden villages. I want to see cathedrals, stone walls, dense urban centers. I want to see castles that as a ruler you can properly interact with and hold feasts, host foreign envoys, or conduct hunting parties. Like, that's the one area that a lot of other medieval sims don't really do enough of. Finally, the game really does nail a sense of presence. Walking through your town, talking to your villagers, seeing them work, it creates a stronger bond with your settlement than most builders manage. But I think to truly become a great medieval city builder, Noble Legacy will need to give us more systems to expand beyond just a village. Things like large-scale urban planning, more villager interactions, multi-role AI, and a richer civic layer would push this into a totally new tier. Overall, Noble Legacy shows a lot of promise. It has a unique third-person approach to city building, an approachable set of mechanics, and some strong narrative foundations. It is still early days, and there's more polish to be done, especially around UI, stability, animation, building controls, but the heart of something special really is here, and I'm very excited about the future of this game. If you're looking for a more immersive, character-driven medieval city builder and you're curious to see where this project is headed, I'd recommend checking out the Steam page and wishlisting it, and there is a playable demo right now. So if you want to give it a try yourself, you can do so by downloading it on the Steam page as well. Supporting these kinds of smaller, passion-driven games in early access can go a long way in helping shape their future, and I'm definitely going to be following this one very closely myself. I've dropped a link below to the Steam page and the Discord server if you want to go support them, try out the demo, and meet like-minded players and the devs as well. And that's essentially it for today, guys. Noble Legacy has a very solid foundation for something really cool, a cross between maybe Manor Lords in a light kind of way and Medieval Dynasty in the best possible way. With continued development and polish, I have no doubt this is going to be a game that's going to make a lot of headlines. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like, drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.